Hey YouTube family, it's me, Narisha Shay. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. Feel free to stay. Click the subscribe button down below. Just in case you need to know, I am a registered nurse and a future nurse practitioner, and I talk about all things nursing. All things nursing. Before I get started, you guys, please don't pay attention to my hair. I decided to just do me today. I was gonna put it like in a little cute little puff ball, but I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I washed it last night and I put in like these big old plaits, and then this morning I took them down and they're still technically wet, so I'm guessing I'm gonna say that this is like a wash and go. But of course, as you can see, it's not stressed out to its full capacity, and I'm not oh god. Okay, now anyway, don't start asking me for hair videos either. So in this video, as you can tell by the title, I came back so I can tell you guys what it is that I'm going to be doing as a registered nurse. I love the fact that I'm very well rounded because I'm not scared to experience change, and I've gotten to the point where if I gotta leave a job, I gotta leave a job because I'm a registered nurse, and at the end of the day, nurses are always needed. As long as my license say clear and active, that's all I care about. As long as I touch somebody and impact their life in a good way, rather than, you know, oh, I didn't like that nurse, oh, that nurse was blah blah blah. Nobody can physically say that I was a horrible nurse to them, because at the end of the day, they're gonna feel very well taken care of. But that's neither here nor there. So let's talk about what this video is about. Like promised, as promised, like I said, I wanted to come back and tell you guys what job I decided to go with. I know a lot of people was asking me if I got my labor and delivery job back, because I said I was going back to the last hospital that I worked at, and the answer is no. You guys, I would not be a labor and delivery nurse probably ever again. You become a labor and delivery nurse and you see that it was not all it's not up to be. Now, I will not say like, oh my god, I didn't love it. I loved it. I love everything about it, which is why I plan on going back for my women's health nurse practitioner certification after I get my FNP. So it's gonna just be, you know, me more so leaning into the direction of women's health anyway. Like, I still want to work in women's health, but the critical care aspect of labor and delivery is just not for me anymore. You know, you see hemorrhaging, you have to run to the back for a C-section fairly often. You know, a lot of moms are not as healthy as you would expect them to be. You know, it's just so much stuff that can happen. Moving forward, this is the type of nurse that I decided to be. Like I said, I spoke with my friend and I was asking her how the job was as a inpatient rehabilitation registered nurse, and that's a mouthful. Because you have outpatient, but I also decided against outpatient because with outpatient, being a pre-op and PACU nurse that worked in an ambulatory care center, I saw my patients for 30 minutes and then at the most an hour, and I sent them on their way. And I did not like that. I'm a very social person. I like to see the progress of my patients. I like to see what's going on with my patients. And I wasn't really able to do that as a pre-op and PACU nurse in an ambulatory care center or outpatient. So I decided I wanted to do something inpatient, and something that I already knew, and something that wasn't super stressful, and something that I could get through the last year and a half of nurse practitioner school with. So when I spoke with her about inpatient rehabilitation nursing, she explained to me how everything worked, which I'm going to explain to you guys. And to be honest, you guys, it's literally pretty much the same thing that I was already doing when I worked in a SNF. But, and for those of you who don't know what a SNF is, skilled nursing facility. Skilled nursing facility, when you have a rehabilitation side on one side and when you have a long-term care side on one side, they come together. They are called skilled nursing facilities. And like I said, these are what people consider nursing homes. Yeah, I worked there my very first job as a registered nurse and my most recent job as a registered nurse, and can't say that I did not love it. Like, I did, but the patient load was excessive. And like I said, in skilled nursing facilities, you're definitely going to learn time management, but I wanted to be able to focus in on my patients. Normally it's a 1-to-5 ratio, at the most 1-to-6. It's a 20-bed unit that I'm going to be working on, and normally the charge nurse gets 2 patients regardless of the load, unless of course, you know, something changes. I'm not sure exactly how everything works. But of course, I'm going to compare this video, and I'm going to probably do like a 30-day update or something like that later down the line. But the charge nurse will get 2. So let's just say we're going to say it's 17 patients, and there's 3 nurses plus a charge nurse working that day. So it'll be me, my friend, another person, and then my charge nurse will get 2 people. So we'll all get 5 people a piece, and then the charge nurse will get 2. Or the charge nurse, honestly, if she don't want any patients that day, she can give 2 people 6 a piece and 1 person take 5. So really, in reality, it's a very tight-knit type of facility. Like I said, it's 20 beds, so that means only 20 people can be there at one time. You work interprofessionally with therapists. So of course, everybody know rehab is basically for any patient that needs to pretty much get their mobility back after something happened. I know at the hospital that I work at is a level 2 trauma center, so gunshot wounds come in. We have a helipad area, so helicopters come in when it's like a real bad trauma, and they won't survive otherwise coming through ambulance. So those types of patients are the patients that we may end up getting in rehab. But of course, you have to qualify and be able to, there's other qualifications, but one of the biggest ones is that you have to be able to do 3 hours or more a day with therapy, whether it's physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, whatever. Let's just use an example of a person who had a stroke, because we are a stroke hospital as well. Somebody had a stroke, they come in, they have left-sided weakness, and it's not too crazy, but they have the ability to do 3 hours of physical therapy daily. We take them as our own patient, and then for the most part, we go ahead and treat them daily. Where I come in at, it just depends on what the physical therapist needs, or the occupational therapist or the speech therapist needs. I'm definitely going to medicate them prior to anything else that they need to do. Being mobile and doing ADLs that you're normally used to doing, but now you have to switch it up just a little bit, can be painful after you've had some type of alteration to your health. So with that being said, that'll be my part to play. And then of course, like I said, I love interprofessional situations. I like being able to talk to the doctor and say, hey, we probably need to change this plan of care, or talk to the therapist like, hey, this is going on, this is what I noticed when I was in the room, or X, Y, and Z. And not only that, but like I said, it's inpatient, so the longest that these patients stay with us is 2 weeks. 14 days. And of course, this is where the sad part comes in. Of course, you have to then talk to the family about, hey, we might have to send them to a skilled nursing facility, which, like I said, is where I worked before, or hey, they're doing better, but they're not great, so we have to send them home to you. Are you able to take care of them for some of the day? Or, maybe we can look into home health for some of the day, or like I said, they'll have to go to a skilled nursing facility for further care and therapy. And yeah, so with that being said, like I said, I already know the situation and how things work. It's 12-hour shifts, so I'm back on 12-hour shifts. And I feel like it's going to work way better for me, more so in the aspect that I'm working 3 days a week now. I complained and I cried at one point that the 12-hour shifts was just so much. And you guys have to understand that it was because I thought a normal life of a 9 to 5 would be better, but then I chose management as a 9 to 5 gig, and that was where I went wrong. But going to like a doctor's office or something with a 9 to 5, I definitely would have went down in pay, and I'm not with that, and y'all know how I am about my money. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to take the opportunity, go back to this less stressful job, do 12-hour shifts, get it over with 3 days a week. Hopefully I can keep block scheduling. And if you guys know what block scheduling is, that's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Like, you just do them in a row, knock them out, and then you do whatever it is that you need to do. But as a PRN nurse, the only thing that I can say about being a PRN nurse, you're never 100% sure that you will get to work. However, and I will continue to say however, if it comes down to that and I have to go full time so that I can make sure I'm always getting paid, or if I am, you know, put on call or something like that, then I can use PTO hours, then I'll just do what I have to do. But yeah, so really quick, let's talk about I'm looking at my computer, you guys, so give me a second. Let's talk about the job duties of an inpatient rehabilitation nurse and what's expected of me really quick. And then I'll kind of just go over what I was told a normal day would look like. And like I said, I'm going to come back to you down the line and tell you guys everything that happened in the first week or whatever. So position, responsibilities, you have to demonstrate knowledge of human growth. And I'm just going to like summarize these. Promote good customer service initiatives, documents all patient care, utilizes nursing process for individual care, demonstrates ability to perform technical skills, and promotes compliance with national patient safety goals. So that is the position responsibility. Then you have department specific criteria. Performs duties in accordance with unit specific standards. Assessment should be completed within 24 hours of the patient's admission. Nursing plan of care should be updated within 24 hours of admission. Plan is updated with any new changes. Patient family involvement. Delivers care with respect to the individual's spiritual and cultural needs. Manages pain through assessments. Orders are implemented as ordered. Physical and psychosocial needs are met. Blah blah blah. All right, now qualifications. Like this is like the typical thing. Like, you know, to medicate your patients, you know, to update their care plans, you know, to talk to the doctors, and when they give you orders, to update the orders, you know, to involve the patients in their plan of care and the family, you know, to document, you know, all of that. All right, qualifications. A CRRN certification is preferred, but that is basically a certified rehabilitation registered nurse. So it is what it is. I don't have that certification, but I'm going to be doing that job anyway. Current registered nurse license and nursing degree, so diploma, associates, or a bachelor's. So basically diploma, so LPNs can have this job. A BLS, of course. I have BLS and ACLS, and yeah, much other stuff, but those are the main certifications. Employees that should be supervised under RN, of course, is LPN, LVN, unit secretary, CNA, or PCT. And then, of course, it's possible for me to be lifting anywhere between 0 to 50 pounds, carrying anywhere between 0 to 50 pounds, pushing anywhere between 0 to 250 pounds, pulling anything or anybody between 0 to 250 pounds. And then, of course, it's possible, other activities that's possible is stooping, kneeling, crawling, climbing, or trying to balance myself. So, yeah. Hazards as usual, you know, latex gloves if you have a latex allergy, extreme conditions to hot or cold. You may be exposed to x-ray radiation, high-pitched noises, blood-borne pathogens, yada yada yada. So that is my job description that I was told to sign, and I mean, that's pretty much the same thing that you're going to get with any other hospital. It's the same thing. So excuse me, what I'm expecting to do is to go in every single day, 7 o'clock, get my assignment, of course, from my charge nurse. She's going to tell me what I need to do. I'm going to go around and I'm going to speak with the nurse who has my patients, and we're going to do a room to room discussion of the patient. Of course, I'm going to get all of the information I need to get. It's like this board that they have that basically tells us what all the patients are going to be doing at a certain time, like if they're going to be in physical therapy or speech therapy or whatever. And I was told that if there was occupational therapy, Then occupational therapy pretty much gets them up and gets them going, you know, with brushing their teeth and stuff like that. So yes, you'll go in and medicate them because they're already moving around and doing what it is that they need to do for that day. So you don't want them to be like too far behind on medication and they start to get like leery and like feeling bad or whatever, and in pain. So, you know, you pretty much have to prioritize. And instead of going, let's just say I have room 1 through 5, instead of going to room 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, of course you need to prioritize which patients need you first. And, you know, that's a really big thing with rehab because you want to make sure you medicate these patients because they are going through a lot. And hey, at the end of the day, they did not ask to be here. Things just happen and they need for you to take care of them. Oftentimes physical therapists will need for you to help them get a patient up, and of course they're going to come look for their nurse if the nurse is not doing anything. Like I said, my friend pretty much told me that this is like one of the most laid-back jobs that she's ever had as a registered nurse. She's worked in labor and delivery as well. She's worked in med-surg. She's worked here, and she's been here for the past 2.5-ish years. So that's, like I said, that's how I met her, because we both were in our initial big orientation together. So also because I have not been working there, I mean, I have not left there less than 180 days. So it's been like really like 90, it's probably been like 4 months, so 120 days. So since it's been under 180 days since I last worked there, I don't have to do no orientation, no big orientation. So I'll go straight to the floor when this background check is done, because my background check is 75% done, and you know hospitals take forever to do background checks. And then I will start working next week. I'm gonna put myself on the schedule for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, so I can really see how everything operates and flows. We still do care plan meetings and stuff like that, just like I was doing as a unit manager. And honestly, like, the management side of me is probably gonna have to like sit back and like actually go back into the understanding of like, hey, I'm a floor nurse and I'm not a manager anymore. So it's just a relaxed time instead of like always go. I need to talk to this person. No, it's gonna be me like taking control of my patients and making sure that I do what they need me to do. And then I go home at the end of the day after I finish charting. That's it. No responsibilities held past that. And I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait to start it. I hope you guys understand, like I said, that no, it will not be labor and delivery, but it will be inpatient rehab. And I'm so excited about it. I don't see a lot of videos about inpatient rehab on YouTube. So like I said, for the next 1.5 years, I'm hoping to keep this job because I don't want to keep job hopping. I'm over it at this point. Like, I'm so over it. I need some consistency in my life. And like I said, for 2 years, I worked as a labor and delivery nurse, and I was fine. I wasn't job hopping until damn COVID came and hit and just wrecked everything. Of course, my son comes in here and acts crazy. Come here. Say what's up.
What's up?
Hi.
Hi.
But yeah, go. Bye. Shoo.
Mom, I'm not a book.
I didn't say you was a bug.
What you said?
I said shoo.
Why?
Now my son is about to be extra, but I will talk to you guys in the near future. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.